All right. Hello, all. Welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic on this Friday nights. We have a delight for y'all tonight. All of our art on display. Everybody's going to have a chance to have their piece on this wonderful platform here and do their thing. And if you're curious as to how the list is being run, it's being updated as we go along. And it's currently in the meeting chat. So if there's anything that needs to be addressed in terms of needed to be bumped up in a list, please let me know through direct message. Other than that, let's kick back and enjoy what would be an awesome time of poetry. All right. So kicking things off, I guess I'm gonna kick things off. So give up for your host for tonight's Dre, yay. Um, let's see here. Where did my piece of poetry go? Give me 1 second. So I did this new piece last week that I felt inspired by the Magus to do. The way that he's able to intertwine musical lyrics into his poetry to kind of make his message pop out more, his narrative pop out more. Kind of was like the feel behind this random prompts that a friend gave to me of the adventures of a lost balloon. So here we go. You don't know the true feeling of freedom until you are granted freedom by the freeing of one's chokehold. I have been tied down all my existence and crave what is beyond the familiar and known. Call me Ruby Soho, destination unknown. I don't see the wonderful world depicted in my oppressor's favorite song. I see skies of green and red pools of blood, genocide and idiocy prancing in the mud, and I say to myself, what a horrible world. Tower of power, too sweet to be sour. Sky's the limit, and space is the place I want to venture for absolute adventure. Time to take in the sights to behold that are out of this world. I want to meet up with Stevie Wonder at Saturn, where the air is clean, where the rings all glow, rainbow moonbeams and orange snow, where people live to be 205, where the people smile and don't need cars because they've learned to fly. But I can fly twice as high. However, I know my limits. I'm only a drifter that cannot be bothered by strangers as my existence rises to its pending doom. It's pretty lonely up here. Just not as lonely as it was being down there. As I keep rising, I start seeing a different side of the world. There are less people, less war, less pollution, less hurt. I see sunrises and sunsets, lakes, oceans, and streams, a spectacle of nature's splendor found only in dreams. And I think to myself, this could be a wonderful world. Poem. Thank y'all.
Yours says good job.
Yeah, lots of power to that. I'm sorry I'm not as eloquent as I was before I had this fucking stroke.
Hey,
but I'm
no
doing
worries.
my best. I'm doing my best.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate any feedback, and I appreciate just all you in general.
I like that poem a
It
lot.
rocks.
Thank you very much, everybody. Moving on with the list. Up next, please give it up for our splendid lantern carrier. When you're ready, my man, please take it away, unmute yourself, and bless us with your words.
Thank you, my brother.
the intensity of longing. I'll dedicate this piece to the illustrious Magus Gustav Sals. You have come to me, traversing the path of centuries of ignorance, bringing the harmonious melody of the breeze, the fragrant vermilion roses that romantic lovers would offer to their paramours. Until I savored the flavoring of your essence, I never knew that love could be so enchanting. You smile at me, and my soul melts like sugar, lost in an ocean of your ecstatic sweetness. Your moonlit beauty erases the dark caverns in my heart. You give me the impetus to start anew, and I long to look at the shooting stars while lying on your lap. What is this wondrous culinary of you that I taste? It has no earthly seasoning, yet its aroma woos me in trance, even as my gaze becomes transfixed with a joy celestial, my cheeks a scarlet blush from your tender kisses. Your heart has become my temple, a safe space for me to dwell without worrying about the loneliness of the mundane, even as your sparkling rays depict a portal glowing like the moon, one I can walk through safely at nights, a joyful wayfarer on his way home. Your sweet nectar of honey trickles within. I'm held in bemusement with a silent tongue, denied of language by a bewitching power. I am full, for the food you gave intoxicates. Seasoned with a new kind of wine, it makes me thrice inebriated, and I throb within, warmed by the fire of thy love. Who knew that my inner longing could lead to such intensity of freedom? Now I beg for release so that I can breathe again. Yet it is in the absence of breath I feel most intimate and loving. I have been busy playing with ignorance, but now I shed tears in awe of what I have become. There is an inner bewilderment that stops my dreams, and I drink deep of the reality of you and I together, wrapped in the harmony of union. Morning awakes, and I feel your presence, not the fresh black Cafe Arabica sin leche, the black coffee without milk that I was once accustomed to, but a fragrant lilac ambience permeating the decor of our surroundings. I open and close my eyes, you're still here, your knowing smile waltzing with the butterflies in my heart, even as your kiss hugs the indigo heavens to blend its brilliant hue with the breath of thy love. I let go of the shadow of morals and bask in the essence of your being. We become one, longing as intense as the lashing melody of waves, binding our souls together like glue, tailor-made for this seamless love. We speak in silence, and I ask, "O Queen, what is this rhapsody that I feel within?" You answer in gleeful tears, flowing like a river of joy down cheeks of magic. I went to bed a yearning soul, one who'd spent many years in search of your unspoken sugarcane juice. Now my longing has harvested. The seeds grown from ancient cries of seeking the blossoming daffodils, an aria to make Solomon blush as the radiant dawn pays homage to their beauty. Waiting was more than worthy, and before you came, I hung on to the red threads of desolation and despair, my thoughts caught in the bitter remorse of yesterdays and the illusionary fears of tomorrows. Now that I have found you, your lips are my wine of endless delight. The price is never right. How I lamented your absence, blamed you for so much of my struggles. Now that you are with me, who cares about past challenges? The steep slopes of the agony of a hungry lover? I wish I was hurt 10 times more to make up for the sweetest ecstasy I now feel within. Beloved, You fulfill my culinary needs, and your banquet is more than deserving of an insignificant beggar like me. At the stunning gateways of your majesty, you have only to ask, and I will squeeze this heart for you, only to swoon in surrender in the bewitching wonders of thy love divine. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
Oh man, everybody give it up for Lantern Carrier. That was so
Mr. Bear,
sublime.
Mr. Bear,
Christ,
Mr. Bear,
Lantern Carrier,
Mr. Bear, Mr.
Thank
Bear.
you
you.
just constantly raise the bar of eloquence and beauty in your work.
You're so classy. I love it. Oh,
Thank you.
there's a nobility to your craft, and you just sense it with how you present it, the words and the presentation. It's just the package that only you can provide, and it's just really awesome.
Thank you.
Give it up for Lantern Carrier one more
Get
time.
well,
That
Magus,
was
get
dope.
well. We're with you.
Stepping up to the mic next, we got Generalissimo. Please, at this time, unmute yourself and take it away.
Thank you. I'm gonna do a brand new haiku right now. It's called A Haiku from Mr. Chalice. Those who can capture gust of winds with poetry, gift us their gusto. And I'll do 2 short poems of mine real quick. The first is called A Treatise on the Edibility of Onion Skins. I don't recognize who I see in the mirror. It's not the unkempt beard or the baggage under my eyes. It's the onion trapped inside my soul, unable to peel away its inedible outer layers because my heart has been broken so many times. Its skin is made of several haphazardly wrapped layers of duct tape. Frayed edges attracting emotional detritus like a lint trap in a dryer, encased in mistakes and wrong decisions, furthering inaccessibility, creating an impenetrable barrier to love and happiness that can't be breached via sad love songs or tear jerkers or ear nibbles or slow-moving fingertips. There is no Prince Charming capable of kissing away history. Munitions experts would be wasting their time with dynamite. Superman might go blind if he tried to melt it with his stare. I am resigned to accept my permanently damaged heart beating and trying to find ways to find love despite all the duct tape and detritus that might only exist inside my mind. And this is called Over and Over. This is what I think. Whenever I start to think about anything, I tend to overthink. Of course, overthinking about anything tends to be a dangerous thing. When I overthink, I tend to think too much, which can lead to over-exaggerating, overindulging, or overstepping, which can lead to stepping over what I needed to accomplish or solve or find or remember. And as a result of all the overthinking, I lose my train of thought as to what I was thinking about, which will lead to thinking about trying to remember what I was thinking about in the first place, which will lead to more overthinking. Thank you, everyone.
Everybody, please give it up for Generalissimo. Yeah.
Booyah.
Yeah, can you
Love you,
please send
man.
me that piece to my email? It's not N Magus 801, but just Magus 801. So no
Gotcha.
N.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was beautiful. You are a beautiful person.
Seriously. Always love your poems.
Your art is always welcome here in this lovely home, this digital space. One more time, give it up for Generalissimo. Thank you. All right. Stepping up to the plates. Next, we have our very own blessed Magus Gustav Salas. When you are ready, my man, unmute and take it away.
Uh, sorry, I'm fucking up here. Big time. Now, we're gonna exit full screen. Okay. This is um, what is this called? Okay, I can't remember. The first record I remember playing was the Beatles' Strawberry Fields Forever on a 45. The sound made me come alive. But I was so young, I drew on the record with a fucking crayon and I cried when it wouldn't play. I regret that to this day. Beatles, Stones, The Kinks, The Doors, Jethro Tull, and Pink Floyd. Those were the bands the budding Magus deployed. Till I moved to Paris in 1977 with punk rock in the air. I discovered David Bowie, so challenging and debonair. Roxy Music, Brian Eno did it all with flair. The 1977 British punk explosion made me stop and stare. Next came Sex Pistols, Buzzcocks, The Stranglers, and The Clash. Bands so young, visceral, and brass. Susie and the Banshees, Devo, XTC, and X-Ray Specs made my musical muscles flex, reinvented what sound could do, and changed me fundamentally, it's true. I came back a full-blown punk to the USA unprepared to deal with a drugged out little freak, all long-haired and crazy, craving new sounds that punk and new wave would bring. Talking Heads, Ramones, The Cramps, Echo and the Moneymen. So many songs to learn and sing. Kraftwerk, Ultravox, orchestral maneuvers in the dark. The synthesizer made its spark on the sound of music and on me. So many songs that would set me free. Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart, spoke straight to my heart. New Order would follow Ian's death to give us new wave, another breath. And at the same time, hip hop was birthing. A whole new sound was unearthing. Tom Tom Club, Wordy Rapping Hood, Beastie Boys, Grandmaster Flash, and Curtis Blow, scratching new sounds to learn and know. Run DMC does a mashup of rap and rock with Walk This Way that blew my mind, I must say. Hardcore punk in the USA drew my attention. Minor Threat, Black Flag, Bad Religion, Beef Eater, Dead Kennedys, far too many to ever mention. All the minds, all the bands that warped my mind and blew me away. Although I'm not so hardcore as I once was today, I still love those bands to this day. Alternative college alternative radio introduced me to beloved bands like Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians, REM, Camper Van Beethoven, Pixies, Cocteau Twins, and Butthole Surfers. No joke. I loved all these bands with some cannabis smoke. Sounds from all over the world would redefine the art. Triumph Global Underground, Loop Guru, and Yob Wobble's in Invaders of the Heart with Sinead O'Connor's in ethereal voice. I had to listen. I had no choice. As time went on, I discovered goth and industrial music expression, sounds that made me deal with depression. Strange Boutique, Sisters of Mercy, Ministry, Skinny Puppy, and Meat Beat Manifesto. And just like that, presto, another genre to love. Music is certainly sent from above. Today I listened to all this and more. Who knows what the future has in store? I no longer draw on records with a crayon. Every band I discover is a new dawn that keeps my childlike wonder vital. I hope you like my timeline of sound recital. That's what it's called, timeline of sound, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Everybody
Bear.
unmute. Please give it up for the Magus. That was awesome.
Dude, it's so
Way
good
to
hear.
go, Bear.
And I love that poem, but it's so good to hear you read. It's so good to hear your voice. We love you, man.
I remember hearing that poem for the first time on New York one time when we had that prompt of I believe like like a timeline of sounds, something to that degree, and you nailed that prompt. Like it was right there, and you hit like a 500-foot home run. That's how dope that was. So thank you for sharing that piece with us. here.
Cheers. Love you all.
And we love you. Give it up one more time for the Magus.
Bear loves everybody.
Always a pleasure having you.
We love you, Magus. Thank you for reading. Oops.
It's all good. Phone calls
I
happen.
wasn't going to, but Dre Ray made me decide to do it.
I'm flattered. You know that your words are always welcome here, and I'm glad that you stepped up and did the thing. So one more time, thank you. Stepping up to the plate now, we're calling up Marianne Tefft to the platform here. When you are ready, please unmute yourself and take it away.
Thank you so much, Dre. You know, a lot of poets, I think, secretly don't want to read after the giants. But me, you put me right on after Gustav Salas any day, and I'm right where I want to be. It's great to see you tonight, Magus and poet friends. I pooched out of the Nuyo last night. If you weren't here earlier, you maybe did not hear that I do indeed have COVID. So I was busy sleeping last night and I kind of missed the whole thing, but it was my sister's birthday and I had hoped to read this poem for her yesterday. So I'm going to read it tonight. She had sent me some months ago an image of the moon, which I love, and in front of it, a beautiful raven in flight, and that is her spirit animal. My poem is called Said Raven, You are the ride or die, never the star, always the supporting player. Yet all eyes turn to you in love and extremity as you mirror the vast beauty, hope, and possibility that surround you with ever new expressions of healing and delight. I am born to break away, to fill the sky with ebony music, restless, powerful, and proud. My intelligence inspires warriors as they gird themselves for battle. Too soon I become the dark omen, and a gathering of my kind, an unkindness. They do not know what I know. We are just the same, you and I. Outsiders, outliers, otherworldly, you are everywhere with me. Thank you, everyone.
Give it up for Marianne Tefft, everyone.
Wow, knocked it out of the park. Really nice work. Yeah. Even with COVID, you rock.
Nothing stops the artist.
No, nothing stops the artist.
And we appreciate that this particular poem, considering this was going to be for your sister, I'm pretty sure you're able to get this out on here because just a fun reminder this is being recorded, so you'll be able to find this on YouTube through Open Minds, Open Mics YouTube channel. So I could just pull that, send it off to your system and say, hey, happy birthday. So once again, thank you, Marianne, and thank you for blessing us with your words. Stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Richard. When you're ready, please unmute yourself and take it away.
Okay, it is my honor to bring this little poem to my brother and to our friends and colleagues. This is a piece that came to me just as I was about to begin my chemotherapy. And, having gone through that stuff just so recently, we all have our trepidations. We put ourselves in the hands of doctors and hope for the best. But this poem came to me so strong, and I wanted to share it with you, brother. Maybe it lifts you just a little bit, and I'll get you a copy of it. This is called Over, Under, Around, and Through. Over, under, around, and through. The universe is gonna take care of you. As above, so below. Count on your daily million miracles to ease your way, or just peel off your socks and count your toes. Hurtling, tumbling through the immensity of space implies, of course, the other place. The way the sunlight sparkles on the water, just exactly how you oughter. I've often heard among the folks that like a different species of joke. No ever tell 'em jokes so mean that the ambassador up and closes his magazine. And from the rows pressed between the pages of an ancient book, we get a very different kind of look. Like that rose plastered between the pages, what colorful threaded harmonies we find ourselves engaged in. Live out in mercy, come what may. May you too sprinkle a little mercy on the bread of day. Over, under, around, and through. The universe is gonna take care of you. Just like capuchin monkeys in the zoo, the staged ages of sages' cages up and broke right on through. Over, under, around, and through. The universe is gonna take care of you. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
Everybody, please
Yeah,
unmute
I
yourself.
felt
Please give
that.
it up for Richard.
Yeah, Richard, I felt that so hard. That is so awesome. Yeah, I do want to have a copy of that, please.
You got it, brother. You got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anytime you come here with your positivity, your high energy through these words, it's always welcome. That goes for everyone. And especially during this time, as we lend our energy towards the healing of our beloved brother, the Magus, all welcoming energy, please pour that out. And with that said, please give that one more time for our brother Richard for that awesome piece. Okay. Woo.
All right, Richard.
Stepping up to the plate now. Please give it up for Principe. When you're ready, take it away.
Summer spent standing upright in the slick, battering peach of the kid for the reverie. Reverie the playing in outdoor moonshade aquariums. Shorts, I was wearing those too. Sliding down slides alive as a bird. Free to roam with a child tone. I was a youngster, not precocious, not cautious. Watched everything from Jenny Jones to Jerry. It's in a book, it's reading Rainbow. Sometimes soft porn. Now I'm torn. What did I pour into me? My mother got married in Africa, yet she was buried without a husband. Those were the days. Not fazed by faces. I had youthful exuberance, was myrrh filled in a loving sun. Here I am being pulled into time machines that live on my skin. Yet the wind of the past blows on me while I'm in the present. On the wooden yet stable pier, there's a well-hung web, no eight-legged, eight-eyed phenomenon crawling on it. Life is full of webs, web of lies, web of truths, web of ideals, web of dreams. Webs connect and link together like silver-clad clinking sounds, sounding baseball bats. They connect you to something else, maybe to wealth that you fall into. Every moment is a cascading web. Your words are the train to thoughts, cooking up black magic and sparking a troop of sparking a troop of event to rise. No surprises, like the spider web. Everything is a subway of connections. So be careful, or the reciprocity of your actions will be reflected back. This great undertaking is baking underneath the Dragon Ball, meeting on earth, wishing the great Father will sprinkle his fatherly love. May I add, badminton of violence is volleying itself across the longitude and latitude of the world, made by his hands. Each strand of DNA is holding the great Father as evidence that he's fertile. We are the Cain of the earth. God, the great Father, is disappointed. Do we deserve to be obliterated? Maybe so. I know for sure the destitute are anchored to their squalor lives. The rich going to eat. May God, the great Father, clear the runway. No flood, just set buckets of love on our chakras. Thank you.
Everybody unmute yourselves. Please give it up for Principe for that.
Every
Thank you,
time.
Mr. Bear.
Principe, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Bear.
Principe.
Amazing, Principe.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna continue on with this open mic. Stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Mattie. When you're ready, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm not reading one of my own. I'm just reading a poem from the book In the Pockets of Small Gods by Anis Mojgani. There's no title to his poems, so. Only the moon knows you and I when it was just you and I. How long does it take for a toxin to truly leave the body and leave the heart? Even my shadow aches. Even now I want the serpent that coiled between her legs, tucked under the petals. Even this is a poem that went inside me, saw the light of my mother, and walked towards such, ended up at the dark touch of the outside world that keeps on leading to her. Harpy martyring herself under her own claws. All meat I eat is spread with the dust of a dark country I almost entered. I have been neck deep inside this creature's speckled and curving belly. How wet my pupils were, even after I sucked from the bite marks to taste the ways I had once been touched. I do not deal in metaphor. I only write what is. If the poet says the knife is a snake, it is not like a snake, it is a snake. If I say I'm a bag of Georgia Twilight, it is because inside of me the cicadas lift. I say every other day I convince myself not to leave Earth. We all sometimes swim in the dark part of the sea. Sometimes it is not the sea, but the swim back that pulls us under. My mother telling me of the time she tried to die and the stars through her back. My mother, the reason I have not finished myself, my sister, my father simple with his love and trying only to serve. The faces of Jeffrey's parents, the years after the funeral, no rain, only petals of soft yellow warmth falling out in the air. My heart, utterly imperfect and beautiful. The lightest feather on the back is also the largest stone in the sack. The part in the track where your head stops nodding and your blood starts. I wish a bell of distant place to sing and remove all that lays inside my halls. I wish a strange laughed red head with hip bones, a red carnation waits under the plate, and the plate is heavy. I pray for weight. I pray for hunger. The body, an aviary built of small birds and the large spaces between them, a dead bird trapped under the skin of my left shoulder and a live one hurricaning inside the right. I am still a stone lion yawning at the dawn. Take your birds. I tire of scraping them in the dirt behind me, town to town. People pay me too much for the fowl I kill that look like themselves. My poems are simply me practicing myself, my exterior being decorated by its interior and vice versa. I once loved, and weren't we all, even when we did not know it, even when we believed they had stopped, warm blood still pumped from something beneath the rock that one of us was, and the rock that one of us was becoming. Poem.
We appreciate all kinds of art, original covers. This is the spot on a Friday night. Please give it up for Mattie, everybody. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hi, Mr. Bear.
Beautifully, beautifully done. Thank you
Love
so
you,
much.
Mattie. Love you so much.
Love you too, Magus.
You know not to be a stranger in this beautiful platform here. So again, one more time, give it up for Mattie. Thank you very much for taking your time and sharing some words here. Stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Alex. When you're ready, unmute and take it away.
Oh, and I also need to mention something. I actually looked myself up on ChatGPT and it says that I am a poet. And if you Google me, my poetry will pop up because I'm a Google item, and that is so cool. So thank you. Okay, so first poem is called Further from the Margin. And ChatGPT even said that my poetry is like philosophical. So that's nice that ChatGPT told me that. Cool. Further from the margin. A line to refine, marginalize, abandoning a disguise with the hope to realize that there's an entire world to discover, so uncover the mystery of a personal journey by venturing into adventure, by going further than before, and living with authenticity while striving for more, and then experience the present of being alive while doing anything to thrive, because originality starts from within, so dare to indent while writing a document to boldly become further from the margin, to let the magic of individuality finally begin. I saw a poetry prompt to write a poem about indents, and then I came up with that. That's gorgeous. And second poem, this is the one I wrote on my high school anniversary day. So this is what I did. The journey of today. The contrast between light and dark, rising up at dawn to the song of a lark, and then going about a day while finding a way to make the most out of today. For there's only this present moment in time, a gift within itself that is purely sublime, and surrender to the enchantment of a magic spell cast from a wishing well, as fairy tales add magic to the reality of life on earth, and then dare to live as well as forgive, to never feel pathetic, so that unfortunate souls become fortunate by being authentic while remaining loyal and true to let the light shine through. Thank you, Mr. Bear.
Please unmute yourselves. Give it up for Alex and Mr. Bear.
Let's go. Woo, 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 woo.
Alex, yeah.
Alex, Mr. Bear, right on. Yeah.
It's always nice seeing y'all. One more time, give it up for Alex. Stepping up to the plate now. Please give it up for Zach. When you're ready, unmute and take it away.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. It's been a while. Been busy with just life, working 6-7 days a week, and just being at work while this is happening. And it's good to be able to be here for a little bit. I love all of you. There's been a lack of music lately. No crescendo or decrescendo, no build, no climactic aria to accompany, just an unnerving silence. Where once I would sway through this life, embracing the improv of its jazz, now I find myself metronome, the simple clicking to keep time. It's concrete. No unique time signature changes. It's 4/4, basic. But experimentation can still exist within this construct. It requires bravery, band or not. So, andante, I'll move forward, put a bass drum on my back, and hook mallets to my feet. With each step I strike, moving to the rhythm of my own drum, I remind myself no band is needed. Poem. Thank you.
Everybody, please take this time. Show some love. Unmute yourself for Zach.
I love that poem,
Yeah.
Zach. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all of
Yeah,
you.
that was utterly divine. Wow.
Mm.
Beautifully
Thank you.
done.
It's always nice to see you come around,
Mm.
Zach. So
Mhm.
please don't make yourself a stranger.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
yeah. One more time, please give it up for Zach.
Zach.
That was beautiful.
All right, we're gonna keep this poetry train rolling. Stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Nemo Sum. When you're ready, unmute and take it away.
Thank you, Dre. Thank you, everyone. I have a micro triptych, which is 3 thematically connected micropoems. My dentist has taken to sitting by my front door, demanding my lunch money. He clangs his twisted instruments together as I walk by, making the wild chittering that only comes from those who spend their lives battling tongues and smelling breaths, surrounded by teeth. I'm tired of watching the good ground down. I've seen enough to know that nobody is going to recognize your efforts. Not really. Not in the way you so desperately need. On your last day, there will be a brief celebration, and someone you thought was like family will be too busy to say goodbye. The cake will be store-bought. The person responsible for bringing it will be underpaid and underappreciated. Nobody cares. I'm tired of watching the good sell out, taking less than they're worth, nickels, no pennies on the dollar, as if these green sheets of paper meant anything other than you are not worthy to appear here, as if the pursuit cost anything less than servitude, anything less than subjugation. Money talks to those who listen. Money walks with those who will hold its hand. So many times I've watched this good thing get packaged, gone from fresh on a shelf to wrapped in plastic, in a barrel, 2 for $5 and 6 on Sunday. And it all tastes the same these days. But fuck it. We got 30 kinds of Oreos, so we're going to be okay when the bombs come down. I found out today they make milk that tastes like what cereal leaves behind when the crunching's done. Who bathes in this wastewater believing it blessed? Who feels accomplished having polished off the Lucky Charms, finding a warm soup of sticky milk their prize and thinks, this is nose in bowl good. This validates a soul emptied by too many jingles, too many reasons to spend, to put those hard-earned dollars to work. 2 boxes of smiles, 2 times divided, 3 times free, and 4 times through the checking lane. No, you can't write a check. We don't do that anymore. We wear plastic chains these days. But fuck it. They gave me a payment plan. So we're gonna get through this. 1 step, 1 day, $1, $2 at a time. Thank you.
And thank you, Nemo. Everybody, unmute yourselves. Show some love. Give it for Nemo.
Always trying to kill us with those words, man. That was amazing. I haven't heard any of those
I
before.
think we need to have a T-shirt with that Oreo line on it.
I missed most of it from being in the bathroom. It's my bad. You will have to recite that poem to me personally, motherfucker.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, looking forward to it, motherfucker.
Oh man, this is such a great night. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Nemo, for that piece there. We're gonna keep this good vibe rolling here. Stepping up to the plate next, please give it up for Dr. Faizan. You ready?
All right. Thanks so much. Okay, so I have a surprise for you guys. I was wondering, would I be able to share my audio? Yeah, but sorry, Dre, would you be able to enable screen sharing for me? Yeah, I just want to share my I want to share my audio, but I need to be able to share my screen first, but it's not enabled. Wait, Dre, could you enable it through security? Yeah. Sorry guys. Okay, yeah. Looks like I'll be able to share the audio. So okay. All right. So basically, yeah, I just, yeah, as some of you guys know, I mess around a lot with AI, and I just discovered a new one recently that kind of blew my mind. I just want to show you guys. I do this thing at my open mic where I kind of remix what other people have been sharing. So I kind of did that from the people that I heard so far, and this is something that I came up with, which I'm also listening to for first time. So let's see how it sounds. Can you guys hear?
Dear Principe, my mother got buried in Africa, free to roam, those were the days. Here I am, pointed to time machines that live on my skin while I'm in the present. Life is full of webs, web of ideals, web of dreams, web connect and link together. Silver clad, clinking, cascading magic. No surprises in a subway of connections. Be careful with the reciprocity of your actions. Across the latitude of longitude, do we deserve to be obliterated? No flood, just buckets of love on our chakras. Dear Mattie, I spread the dust of the dark country I almost entered. How wet my pupils blur. I do not deal with metaphor. The knife is not like a snake, it is a snake. We all swim in the dark sea, simple with love, only to serve my heart utterly imperfect and beautiful. I pray for complex form. Originality starts from within, fully become farther than the margin. The journey of light and dark, find a way to make the most out of today. Surrender to the magic spell cast from a wishing well, remaining loyal and true to let the light shine through. Dear Zach, there has been a lack of music lately, the simple clicking to keep time. No unique signature changes, 4/4 basic. Bass drum on my back, mallets on my feet, moving to the rhythm of my own drum. I remind myself, no band is needed. Dear Nemo Sum, surrounded by teeth, I'm tired of knowing nobody will recognize your efforts. On the last day, there will be a brief celebration. The cake store bought, the person responsible underappreciated. Nobody cares as if these green sheets of paper meant anything other than you are not worthy to appear here. Money walks with those who will hold its hand. Watch this good thing get packaged, fresh, wrapped in plastic. 2 for $5 and 6 on Sunday. It all tastes the same these days. 30 kinds of Oreos who bathes in wastewater, believing it blessed. A warm sip of sticky milk. This is nose and bowl good, validates a soul empty. To put those hard-earned dollars to work, divided free through the checking lane. Fuck it, they gave me a payment plan. We're gonna get through this, one step, one day, $2 at a time.
All right. So yeah, that was the song I just came up with based off your guys' words. So thank you guys for such amazing words. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. So take care. And yeah, that was all AI. It's this AI called Suno. Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing. So you guys should check it out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening.
Was
Oh,
the
thank you.
AI putting the music together?
Yep, that is all AI. I just put in the
Wow.
lyrics. I put in all the lyrics, and I've been making like songs out of my own poetry, and it's kind of yeah. So I mean, if we had more time, I'd show you one of mine, but I don't, that's like 4 minutes long, so
You know you're always
it's all
playing
good.
with these things anyway. You're your own AI.
Yeah. Yes.
That
I
was
like to think of myself as the natural part. But yeah.
that was so
Awesome. I loved
bizarre
it.
but fascinating.
That was amazing that you could do that in this little amount of time. That's it's fascinating and a little scary at the same time in a way. I mean,
It
Indeed,
is
indeed.
it's
Yeah.
scary, that's true.
because what people can do with something like that, not for good,
Mhm.
is a scary thing. I just want to say I'm going to put the information for Tanisha's thing back into the chat. I'm going to also put the information for my Cafe Generalissimo. But anyways, that was amazing, Dr. Faizan.
Thank
Very
you.
impressive. Very impressive.
Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you. And one more time, give it up for the doctor. Wow. That was
Awesome.
a fascinating display of AI capabilities. You never know what you're gonna see here on this show. That's why you should be here every Friday night.
One
The
thing I
Zoom room.
realized though, that surprised me a little. AI is actually putting the thing together very, very beautiful. But I recognize that sometimes it's taking things from established poets and seasoned prose of the past. It just puts it together in its own way, but it's taking it from others. So this is something to take note of. Because sometimes I
Definitely.
recognize things from sources of the past and sources present.
Do you know who the female voice originally belonged to? The singer's voice?
No.
It
No,
felt familiar to me.
yeah, no, it felt familiar to me too, but yeah, I mean, it was essentially synthesized. Yeah, I guess.
Huh. It just would have been kind of cool. They kind of, give credit to the original voice, or who the voice is, influenced by.
Yeah, he does it
But
well, but it's taking it from someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Without credit. It's a
there was a
kind of official power. What's the word? Official plagiarism.
there was a thing that happened with Scarlett Johansson that her voice was used for something because of her voice from the movie where she played the AI woman, and they wanted to use her voice for something, and they supposedly found someone else that sounded just like her, but it sounded so much like her, that that everyone really thinks it was her voice that they hijacked. So it's a really kind of a weird thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, having our
Yeah.
identity stolen audibly is a scary thought, and hopefully it doesn't become more of a thing as we move forward. Hopefully there'll be some kind of limitary precautions regarding voice hijacking, basically. But enough of that. One more time, give it up for the doc. Stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Debby Segal. When you're ready, unmute and take it away.
Thank you. I also stole some work from Friedrich Nietzsche, but this is a spoof. Thus said Sarah Tootsie Roll, after Nietzsche. You said the poets lie. You never said why. Sarah Tootsie Roll, you are a poet. Why should we believe you? If we lie too much, it's because we know too little. We lie. We do illicit drugs and take risks. We relish the poor in spirit, especially the sexy, young, poor in spirit. We gossip in the evening like old aunties. We seek truth with lies. The poets think listening while lying in the grass is how to learn what is real. A tender feeling moves within, and we think nature loves us, as if nature whispers poetry directly in our ear. Poets are out of our minds. We have only dreamed of what exists between earth and heaven, and we invented what exists above the heavens, the gods. Sarah Tootsie Roll said the quiet things out loud. You were taken aback and didn't say anything for a while. Sarah Tootsie Roll is also quiet with a neutral expression and a soft gaze, as if meditating. Sarah Tootsie Roll speaks again. The old school page poets and hip hop stage poets are a mile wide and an inch deep, scratching the surface, conferring a ruckus. Mages and fools strumming ukuleles and pounding bongos, professing to remedy the ills of human nature. Put a line in the poet's water and pull up the head of some ancient god. No bountiful catch, a stone for dinner. Sarah Tootsie Roll further expounds. I am not a poet of why, I am a poet of what. What is beauty? Is the spirit beauty or vanity? We poets changed. We quit lying in the grass, listening to the sky, and are transfixed by ourselves. The age of regret is dawning, and the poets regret all of the poetry. We love you, And now we're all cool. And sorry, we are not sorry. Resources are better than remorse, and a good poem is sufficient amends. Thank you.
Everybody, please unmute yourselves and give it up for Debby Segal.
All right.
That was actually really good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Breathtaking. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Very well done.
Never expect anything less from a writer
Right.
like Debbie here. It's always awesome to
Indeed.
hear her work. And with that said, one more time, give it up for Debbie. Thank you.
Debbie, yeah,
All
Debbie.
right, Debbie. Woo!
All
Woohoo!
right. We're close to wrapping up round one, and then we'll do another round. But we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. Definitely. Stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Terri. When you're ready, take it away.
Hey, I'm driving, but I'm going to try and do it anyway. The police in New York City, they chased a boy right through the park. In a case of mistaken identity, they put a bullet through his heart. Heartbreaker with your 44, I want to tear your world apart. You heartbreaker with your 44, I want to tear your world apart. A 10-year-old girl on a street corner, sticking needles in her arm. She died in the dirt of an alleyway. Her mother said she had no chance, no chance. Heartbreaker, heartbreaker, she stuck the pins right in her heart. Heartbreaker, painmaker, stole the love right out your heart. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I wanna tear your world apart. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I wanna tear your world apart. You're a heartbreaker, heartbreaker, you stole the love right out my heart. You're a heartbreaker, heartbreaker, I wanna tear that world apart. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I wanna tear that world apart. You're a heartbreaker, heartbreaker, stole the love, you stole the love. Oh yeah, you said you didn't have no chance. Oh yeah, oh yeah, she stuck the pins right in her heart. Oh yeah, you're a heartbreaker, I want to tear that world apart. That's it, because I can't do much else when I'm driving here. I had a poem, I had some new shit I wrote about a Rolling Stones concert I just was at. They did not do that song. I was upset, but you know, and it seems more than timely. I don't know why they left it out, but so I'm on my way to another venue to work out with Damian Rucci and his crew, and so I'm going to read it over there. But thanks.
Well, with that said, give it up one more time for Terri. That was awesome.
Terri, right on.
Great.
New Jersey Poetry Renaissance.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Stepping up to the plate now to conclude round one of our evening. Please give it up for Frogg Corpse. When you're ready, my man, unmute, take it away.
A weeping ghost, lost, gives to the ground its fear. The padfoot presses its nose into muck. The black river feeds its grief to the grasses, a Zephyrus hymnal for the masses, freshly piled on top of old problems. Ears prod and perk, a sigh into the cut, splitting stems by nail, forming the thistle trails, while riding on phantom footfall currents. First paw forward, a shovel splits, a wound that never heals in a race from a shallow dig. Lacaria in bone, growing barrows from the marrow rinsed, a Chesapeake snow, rooted where thy numbers writ, spectre and morning smoke, a guardian over the granite children, watcher of the rose, until the grim in the grass hits, shock of the sodden spirit, plurant faces in the facade of the pediment, tympanum rococoed with woe, cased in a marble chthonic swim, as the weeping angel of lamplit quotes lays an epithet of rest under the cold nap stone, snuggled under sod, here now lies home. Obituary script, etching itself in the black tar road. Thank you.
Everybody, please unmute yourselves. Show some love for Frogg Corpse.
No one is like you, Frogg Corpse.
Yeah.
Really unusual, really just it's just you.
The way you're able to set the tone with cadence, your tone of voice, like I just really appreciate how you how you focus on that, whether it be intentional, not just the way that you present your work. It's raw, brooding, and just it's striking. And I just think, however, what other, any work of poetry that comes out of your mouth is bound to have that nice, raw, striking characteristic to it. With that said, thank you, Frogg, for doing what you do and blessing us with your words.
Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Love your voice, man. Your spoken voice, your writing voice, all of it.
All right, so this concludes round one. The recording will be stopping momentarily. Stick around for round two if you're still here. I'm gonna be posting on the list right now. But before we conclude the recording, I'm just gonna throw this on real quick. The next Open Minds, Open Mic events coming up will be tomorrow on the Slam Jam. And that's going to be featuring Olivia Mercedes for both poetry and music. That's going to be a fun time. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this very Zoom room. So that'd be pretty cool to see all y'all there, whether it be for attendance or to share some of your art. All performance artists are welcome. And with that said, that concludes yet another awesome recording of Open Minds, Open Mic. Until next time, keep writing and keep loving.